Through the first 10 games of the season, the UT Permian Basin basketball team has led the Lone Star Conference in three-point shooting percentage. That can be attributed to this. It's called the gun, and it helps the Falcons get their perfect shot. John O'Kelly currently leads the Lone Star Conference in 6.5 sacks per game. That's only just through 4 games this season. Part of the reason is O'Kelly is an outside linebacker. He lines up outside of the tackle. Once the ball snapped, O'Kelly comes, swipe, right there for the sack. Until now, neither UT Permian Basin basketball team had a place to call home. That was until coaches had the idea of turning racquetball courts into team and film rooms. Well, it's official. The UTBB football program has picked up their first win of the season tonight at Ratliff Stadium against Lone Star Conference opponent Western New Mexico. While UT Permian Basin put up a fight against Commerce and had a chance to put the game away late with 4 minutes remaining, the Lions ultimately prevailed. The Sweet 16 is set here in the South Central Regional in Canyon, Texas. UTBB prevailed against Regis, but it did not come easy. The game went into 4 overtimes, and actually UTBB trailed by 18 points going into halftime. Basketball season is right around the corner, and the UTBB men's basketball team is coming off a historic season from last year where they made it all the way to the Sweet 16, but this is a new basketball team with 12 new players and a new head coach in Josh Newman. The Falcons, with great field position, hand the ball off to Leroy Giles, and he breaks a few tackles. He would find the end zone, giving the Falcons the first points of the evening. Tarleton responded, however, though. Daniel McCants, the running back, making a few cut moves, and he finds pay dirt. On the final drive, Taylor Knoll, 4 for 6, 52 yards, and to cap things off, Marquise Simmons with a 9-yard touchdown run to even things up. 20-20, Sergio Landros comes out to kick the extra point for the Falcons and give them the lead. The attempt was up, and it was good. Right before halftime, Cam Mathis enters the game. He goes over on the quarterback draw to the right-hand side, and he would even things up. 21 all going into halftime. But in the second half, it was all West Texas A&M, and it was the Duke Carter show. Carter with the touchdown there, and then Carter makes a little bit of a cut, bounces it outside. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. And then what was probably the best play of the game, Duke Carter hurdles over a Falcon there, and he makes it after fighting off a few tackles in the end zone for his 4th touchdown. Things started out with Miles Washington getting the Falcons on the board first, then Jacob Ledoux with a 3-pointer, and Ledoux finds Adam Rivera. That capped off an 11-0 run to open the game. Reggie Reed and Commerce responded, though, and Reed gets a pull-up 3 here, and just like that, Commerce was back in this basketball game.
Down inside, it goes to Martin. Martin posts his man up, goes in, shot up, good! And here come the toys!
Here come the toys!
What you're looking at is the Toy Toss game, something created by UTBB's new head coach, Josh Newman, and he's bringing that to the Permian Basin.
So 8 years ago at Fort Smith, we had a group. It's called the 6-Man Group, and we're sitting there trying to figure out how we can make a difference, how we can get the community involved in an event that's never been done before. And the Toy Toss emerged out of that evening, and ever since then, Fort Smith has been doing the Toy Toss, and obviously now here in Odessa, at the Permian Basin, we are doing the first ever UTBB Toy Toss.
The concept, when Newman's team scores its first points of the game, the toys start to fly.
It's pretty spectacular. As a coach, you're obviously still nervous. I'm still coaching the game, but it's just I guess a sense of euphoria, maybe a little bit. Watching all the toys, fall from the ceiling, fall from the rafters, seeing all the little ones enjoy throwing the toys. And I guess for me, honestly, the true joy is not necessarily watching the toys, but the next day when we start to deliver the toys.
The event had become so successful that it found its way to the national spotlight.
It's found its way on ESPN Top 10, and then all of a sudden it was on headline news, and before you knew it, it was at different networks throughout the whole country and even the world. So that's exciting, because my whole idea is that if people will love the idea, embrace the idea, and then even use the idea in their own community to make a difference, then that's what it's all about.
I'm Jaydon Hart signing off for My Falcon Radio.